Hey, what's up, guys? It's time for another episode of Versus. What an exciting week we have this week. In the spirit of the holiday season, we have Devil versus The Shaft. No, it's not your favorite The Shaft movie. This week, we are doing haunted, evil elevator slasher movies. That's right. What? Yes, it's crazy talk. I know, but it is October, so we're doing this. But before, and if you want to get a look at the poster, this week on Versus, Devil versus Shaft. I said
Devil versus Shaft.
Guys, before we get into all that, I'm going to need you guys to subscribe. That's right, subscribe right now if you haven't subscribed yet. Let's get Curtis in here. Curtis, what is up, dude?
Welcome. Thank you for having me so much.
Hey, in
How
case
much
you
is up this? Go ahead.
in case you didn't notice, subscribe. Oh, that's quality right there. This was a fun week, man, for movies.
I agree. It's a lesser known subgenre, evil elevator movies, but I think we got the best of the bunch here.
I think we did too. Man, let's just jump right in and talk about it right after we check in with the chat. Let's say hi to the chat real quick. We got Riley. What's up? Hello, Bobby. Let's see here. I hope you guys got a chance to watch some of these movies. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, Bobby? Pull your earbuds out. Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about these movies, man. I wasn't sure about these at first when you were like, "Hey, dude, we're doing haunted elevators." I'm like, "Oh crap! What is Curtis getting me into?" But it turned out to be a really fun ride. The first one we're going to be talking about is created by M. Night Shyamalan. I say created. He did not direct it. The director is John Eric Dowdle, and the screenplay is by M. Night Shyamalan, and Brian Nelson filled it in, basically. But what happened with this, M. Night Shyamalan is a busy director, and he comes up with a lot of ideas. And I saw an interview with him, and he was talking about it. And in a lot of press, they were talking about how his name on a movie lets people know what they're getting into. And he was saying, yeah, that's that way with a lot of directors. Hitchcock, you could put Hitchcock's name on anything, and you could do Hitchcock Elevator, and everybody would instantly get an idea what that movie would be like. And then he said that later he was thinking, he was in a hotel room, and he goes, what would that movie be like? Hitchcock Elevator. That sounds awesome. So he started thinking about it, and he fills out these journals when he gets ideas, and just kind of puts details when they come to mind. And he just has books and books of these journals that he writes, and while he's maybe working on other projects. And then when he gets time to go work on a project, he looks at what he's got and maybe picks the best one. And he didn't have enough time to do all these ideas. He had 3 different movies, and that's when he decided he wanted to do the Night Chronicles. And he started doing those movies, and he got up-and-coming directors to go ahead and make these movies. And he said sometimes, at first I thought, man, I'm gonna have problems wanting to direct this, or like, why are you using this lens? But he said it turned out to be like a dream come true and really fun. He enjoyed making these movies. He's mainly producing, and these directors are they're creating their vision of his vision, and he's got influence on it, and it's a collaboration between everybody, and it was cool. He also said he learned a lot about filmmaking himself by watching other people work, so that's pretty interesting too. So anyway, I in watching this movie, I didn't know much about this, and I did a little research on the movie, and I said, wow, this is pretty cool. Same with the other movie, Down, which is also called The Shaft. This is a Dutch filmmaker who did this, and it's a Dick Maas, Dickmaas, not Mass, and this guy, he was a filmmaker in the early 80s, and he did a movie called The Lift. and which is hilarious, is he remade his own movie, and it's what we watched this week. Down, or The Shaft, is a remake of his own movie from the early '80s. He had made several shorts in film school. Then he made the movie The Lift, and it took off, and it was a big hit. Nobody had ever done anything like that in Holland. And he ended up getting a golden calf, which is like the Oscars basically in Holland. And so anyway, he got a lot of critical acclaim, and he started making other movies. They're all indie films, smaller movies, European movies, and but he got offered to make the sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street. And he turned that down because he was in the middle of his first big movie, like full length, like movie with some funding. He was doing this thing, like he's like, all right, I'm doing something for real, and they're offering him a Hollywood sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street, and he said, I'm gonna have to pass. And later he ended up saying, man, I wish I'd have done that and just halted my own movie.
Oh, yeah.
Done that. He also got an opportunity to, and he's always slowly climbing. He also got another opportunity to do a Van Damme movie. I heard also. Yes, I said a Van Damme movie. To which he also passed on that because he was in the middle of another project, his own babies. And I get it; he's working on his own projects, but sometimes you gotta make career moves. But you know, and that's why he's not a very well known director. He's known in the very niche European Dutch horror stuff, and in France he's well known, and Europe he's well known. But anyway, so that's what I learned about these two movies, which was fun research, and yeah. So what did you think about this, or do you have anything to chime in on any of those movies?
Yeah, I think it's interesting that that Shyamalan decided to pass on this idea as it not being one of his best ideas, because it's one of the best Shyamalan movies, in my opinion. It's nothing super spectacular, but besides a few of them, like, they're not that good. And I think that's because he didn't direct it. Maybe he goes down his own rabbit hole a little too much.
I have a theory about that. He did start. I watched some interviews with him, and he was talking about like somebody like Glass. No, Unbreakable. Unbreakable. He thought was going to be, people would love it, and he got a lot of crap from people about Unbreakable. And,
I love Unbreakable.
I do too. But he said that one really hurt him, and I heard him talking about it. He said, man, there was like a year's worth of time where if anybody said the word Unbreakable to me, it put me in a funk, and like I didn't even want to talk about my own movie. He's like, because the public is so hard on directors, and like people just because he became super A-list director, you know what I mean? And there was so much pressure. All these people started saying that his movie sucked, and it's just like, I think, and maybe they did, you know, but maybe they like, maybe people are assholes. He said at one point, you know, he'd have a C rating when it first came out. But then when it goes to video, it has a B rating, and then like a year later, he's having people that are saying that's their favorite comic book movie that they've ever seen. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and he said, so what happens there? Do people jump on a bandwagon? I'm elaborating what he said, but it's like, what happens there? Do people jump on a bandwagon and then just start hating, and it becomes pop? Because it does. It gets popular to hate on certain things, and you know, whether it be, you know, you're disappointed with the first couple of episodes of Rings of Power, then all of a sudden everybody just shits on Rings of Power, even though it gets good later, but it's too late. That ship sailed. And there's like a million examples of this. So
For
like
sure.
people. So what I'm going a long way of saying, people can be mean. I have a feeling this was a way for M. Night Shyamalan to step out of the director's seat and still make his ideas a reality without people shitting all over him. And maybe also he said he learned from watching other people make movies. Maybe it's like, maybe my own tricks. I've used up all my own tricks. I need to learn something from some of these younger people. So what were you going to say, Curtis?
No, but like that's the thing. So he obviously caught fire with Sixth Sense, which, looking back, or even at the time, I didn't think was that spectacular of a film. But some people some people just should not be directing. And not that all of his stuff is greatly written either. I think I have a lot of issues with that too. Like there is his good movies to me are few and far between. I'm not a big fan of his, but I mean like some like you can see the stories there, and it just it did like like I said, I think he goes down his own rabbit hole too much, you know, and sometimes that's a good thing. And like in theaters, people aren't going to get it, but on rewatches, they do it. Like what the director is trying to say kicks in. They're like,
Right, right.
oh, that's what and maybe that's the idea as well. But some of them are just stupid. I mean, like I mean, we could do a whole M Night Shyamalan week, and he's just got some stupid movies. Unbreakable. I didn't see it in theaters, but I loved from the start. Like I'm a comic book fan. I thought it was great. Um, but yeah, but that's what I mean. This isn't, it's not a grandiose idea. The twist or whatever is not out of left field twist. It's a, decently good twist. And it's not, this is just a solid movie. It's nothing life changing, but it's just a good solid movie that works for what it is.
Yeah, I
And
liked it.
for him to let it go, it's weird.
Well, he didn't let it go. It was his project.
But
His
but
name's
that's
on it, and he was involved in it. Like, you know what I mean? When you're producing, sometimes you hook two people up, you make something happen, and they give you a producer credit just because you say, hey, I'll connect you with so and so if you give me a producer credit, or I'm a big time actor, I'll be on your project, I'll put my Robert Downey Jr. on your cast roster if you give me an executive producer credit. There's a lot of things people do, and they get credits as a producer, but this was him producing the same way that Kathleen Kennedy is involved in like producing, the same way Kevin Feige is involved in producing. This is his project, and he wrote it, and then he had this other writer also write the screenplay. So you see, if you look at the credits, it says story by M. Night Shyamalan, written by so-and-so. I shouldn't say, that's fucking rude. I just don't have his name in front of me. Written by who gives a crap? Well, how rude is that?
Some other loser.
It's Brian Nelson, and he did a great job on this movie, so that's very rude of me to do that. But and directed by John Eric Dowdle, who did a great job too. And it's just the little things like, hey, what lens are you going to use? What this? But there's things like him wanting. He said he wanted everything to look very, very real, as far as like not larger than life, very average, like the building, the look of everything, the look of the elevator. He likes to do that, where everything is just very normal looking, so that when something happens, it really stands out. And he also said in this interview that I saw that he said, yeah, and I've also been in an elevator when it stops, and you're going about your day, you're not really paying attention to who's in the elevator with you. It's almost like they're not there. Nobody talks to each other. Nobody looks at each other. Everybody minds their own business. But when the elevator stops, then all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, who are these people? You know what I mean? And like, oh, I have to be around these people. Then you start looking around, and just that idea really fueled the snowball that this turned into of craziness. So yeah, I super enjoyed this movie. It's not my favorite movie ever, but it's so but it was fun, and the other one too. Both of them were one of them is a little more silly than the other, but I really liked. We'll get into all of this as we go through the show, but I did enjoy the ending. I liked the resolution of Devil a lot. And
I agree.
Yeah, I liked that, and I loved the crazy corny effects in Down, or the Shaft. So let's get into game time, but let's look at the chat real quick. Got some people here. Wouldn't pass on Ethan. He wouldn't pass on Ethan. Unbreakable should not have cut scenes that they did. The deleted scenes legit make it a much better movie.
And I wonder because I didn't see it in theater, so I wonder if I've only seen that version, because I think I know what he's talking about, but I've only seen the DVD version, and I just have loved it from the beginning.
Yeah, Unbreakable.
Yeah,
yeah, it's solid. The Shaft. Can you dig it? Not that Shaft. Come on now.
We're talking
Yeah,
about the Shaft.
and the Dick Maz's other movie. He has another movie that's a lion movie. It's called Prey.
Uncaged.
But in the United States, it's
okay.
called Uncaged. So I think that's the issue. It's like, hey, I could do this in Holland. I could just use this name and it's legal over here. But if we're going to release it in the United States, I have to change the name from Down to The Shaft. Because there's another elevator movie called Down.
And, yeah, I think he approached the producers, and they were like, "Down, like going down. That's perverse. Like, we can't use that. What shall we name it? No, The Shaft. Just call it The Shaft."
The Shaft also sounds like a porno. What's going on here? They Going Down. Yeah, is that a movie about your career? All right. Well, let's get on with it. Boom, Devil.
Devil, I hope my mom's not watching.
And Shaft. The Shaft. Points. You know how the game's played? We got 1 point each. Everybody starts with 1 point. Why? Because it makes my life easier. All right, sweet. Well, let's get on with this crazy game they call
Get down with the getting down.
Get Down versus Best Cast. Who had the best cast? Man, I think this is a pretty easy one if you ask me, but we can go down this casting rabbit hole. Cast on Devil. Not one person I recognize except Bokeem Woodbine, but I didn't even know he was in it. I didn't even know he was in this. Jacob Vargas killed it as the security guard, and Zoe Palmer is the random fiance.
Okay.
That shows up for
At
no
the very
reason.
end,
Yeah, but I've seen her in other shows. And
the name sounds familiar.
I'm looking. Dark Matter, The Guard. It's something. She was in some kind of show. This is terrible television. I'm giving you guys my bad. She was in terrible. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I don't know any of these people except if I go to Down or The Shaft, as it's called over there. There's an incredible cast. We got Naomi Watts, James Marshall. We got Edward Herman. Who is that Herman Munster-looking dude from Lost Boys? The guy who owns an electronics store that's dating their mom. Yeah. We got Ron Perlman. We got Michael Ironside. I mean, the whole cast is like, hey, these are all solid. Why are they in? Why are they in this movie? That's exactly what I said. I was like, oh, really? And him? Oh, and him? Like, what the hell happened? How did these people end up in this movie? And from what I heard, and I don't know if it's real or not, but I heard that this movie only came out because Naomi Watts blew up in The Ring. And they were like, dude, we can make money off of this. So they went ahead and released it. This is probably a tax write-off.
That's very much true. That it was actually put in the can, and after 9/11, because it's got terrorist aspects and stuff like that. And then once she blew up, they released it. And look, even today, so this is I had the original DVD, and I don't know what happened to it, so I had to rebuy it. But it says, "Oh God," starring Naomi Watts of The Ring. It's like 20 or 30 years later, like they're still like pushing that, like, yeah, it's got Naomi Watts in it.
Starring Edward Herman from Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Starring Ron Perlman and poor man's Jack Nicholson, Michael Ironside.
He's Richter. See you at the party, Richter. That's it. I was like, oh, it's Richter.
Well, on this one, my vote's for Down on this. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna give him that point. There's not even a point in arguing that.
Yeah, I couldn't name one person in Devil. They did. Oh well, the lady, but I couldn't name her. But
Devil?
I've seen her in other stuff.
Is that Agatha Christie?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is that who it was?
No, I mean, like, is that a real name? Like, no, what's her name? Jenny
What?
O'Hara, the old woman.
I don't even see her in the credits.
She's just old woman is in the credits.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
No, I legit thought that was like Agatha Christie.
Oh, I thought he's.
I said
thought you
Hagatha just to be fun,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
boy.
I've seen her in other stuff, but besides that, oh well, Shocker was in it too. What's his name from Spider-Man?
Oh yeah. Oh, he was.
He was Ben. Yeah, that was the Shocker from Spider-Man. Amazing or No Way Home.
All
or
right. Boom.
One of the Don't Go Home or
home run.
And,
Spider-Man home. It's a
Homeschool.
No, it's Spider-Man and Homeboy. Spider-Man in East LA. Get on. Oh yeah, Spider-Man Homes.
Spider Homes. And just real quick, so in the U.S., elevators do kill about 27 people per year. Okay, so this is, I mean,
this is real. These are real facts you're giving me now.
Real facts.
All right.
But stairs kill about 16,000 or 1,600 people per year. So you think they're going to make like killer stair movies? Is that coming next?
Oh man, I need to change my strategy. You know, I've got a fear of elevators, but I've been taking steps to get around it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. We already did cast. How about acting? Which movie had better acting?
Well,
oh boy, we got some videos here. We got some clips to toss in. So who had better act? Here's some Shaft acting.
You be the judge.
You be the judge.
Hey. Stop it.
Stop it.
Is this what you were trying to achieve? Chaos? The whole city, the whole country in total turmoil?
What's wrong with you? I mean, the slightest setback.
Slightest setback? Slightest setback? Two of my best fucking men are dead. Well, let's face the music, pal. You can't control this thing.
I can. I can solve it.
Well, agree to disagree.
Or that's it. All right.
Oh my God.
That's quality acting right there. All right. Man, I could have put a clip up of the security guard on Devil, the superstitious security guard. He was quality actor also.
He did kind of kill it.
He was the star of that show. Jacob Vargas.
Yeah, Bobby's right.
Bobby,
I have to give it to Devil. Like honest, like but I put that clip in there to be funny about it. Like a lot of the acting is so terrible. But honestly, when Perlman or Ironside are on screen, they kind of show their chops and just blow it up, And that scene with them, there's more to that scene, and they really kill it. Like it shows. You can just like if you want to explain to people, you want to see the difference between good acting and bad acting, like show them that movie and they will notice the parts with these with Perlman and Ironside and be like, that was good acting. And I could not, maybe it's because his name is Ron Perlman and I've never seen him with a mustache besides this movie. I couldn't get Ron Burgundy out of my head the entire time when I'm watching Ron Perlman with the mustache. So there was several of them.
James Marshall, the main guy from Down or Shaft.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking of A Few Good Men. Like that's all.
Was he in that?
Yeah, whether he's on. I just remember him in his uniform, like on. He might have been the guy that got code redded. I'm not sure, but he's code redded. That's a verb.
Because he got top billing, and I couldn't think of him from anything else.
Yeah,
Few Good Men, Twin Peaks, and
there's
that's
yep. He's one of the. I remember him looking at just his face, like seeing him in A Few Good Men. All right, well let's. So I think there's a consensus is Devil gets the point on this one. So
yeah. I love the chef, but come on.
all right, keeping it tied up here.
That's right, Devil. Get him while you can.
That's right. You are a quiet boy compared to me. Okay, that was Arnold. Which one had better characters? Better characters? I'm gonna say Devil or
Yeah. Yeah. Because
yeah, but
the
Devil was
Shaft
all
had-
about the characters, really.
yeah, that's true. It's not necessarily a fair fight in that regard, but it's even the main characters of the Shaft I didn't care about that much. Like, like so I wanted to see more of Ron Perlman and stuff like we talked about, but the Devil characters, like I was interested in more of everything that they had going on.
All right. Well, how about? Was there anything in this movie that almost ruined it for you? Because if not, I'll skip the category.
Or any person? No, I don't think so.
All right, we'll skip that one and go to which one is the best story. Two very different stories, but here we got some clips.
Now, I don't need stories like this. Are those your words?
I did. That's not a good start, but keep going.
I was joking.
Well,
Well, I didn't hear anybody laughing this morning.
Sorry.
I'm kind of a big deal. I'm very important. People know me.
I didn't mean it.
I hope you do.
What in the
You
fuck's
really want
going
to know
on?
what love is?
Maybe.
You catch my drift?
Stuff to explain. Well, it's really quite simple. It's kind of like...
Cops breathing down my ass.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Never ceases to amaze me.
Can't blame him for following every lead, can you?
Say, I'm a suspect?
But hey, what do I know?
You should find yourself a safe house or a relative close by. Lay low for a while.
They're wasting their time.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll do my best.
So let's consider this just a bit.
Okay,
So today,
and
someone committed suicide. A woman got hurt. Now a man is dead.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Look. What are you doing? Oh, when he's near, everything goes wrong. Toast falls jelly side down, and people get hurt.
Please do not want to hear this stuff from Harris, okay? So just stop now.
Sometimes he takes human form and torments the damned on earth before stealing them away. Where I come from, we call it the devil's meeting.
Is this guy for real?
Like, I'm sorry.
we call him the Kukui. Yeah, best story. Well, what do you think? You got one movies they're doing biochips that have made an elevator come to life, and they have to kill the creation because it's become angry and dangerous. The other, you have the devil hunting down the damned in real life and tormenting them and taking them early, and you have somebody who has a something they've done in their past, and they get brought to the point where they confess their sins and end up being forgiven, and the devil doesn't take them after all, and then they're forgiven in the end by the victim, basically. So that's a pretty compelling story. Also, which is the better story?
I don't know. The Devil's a very good story. It's the more concise story. It's the story that actually makes sense. But I don't know if I enjoyed it more.
Devil?
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense. Doesn't always make for a better movie. It's
No, I know.
realistic isn't always good. Curtis, come on, man.
No, I don't like. I don't know. I don't know if it's more realistic. It's just more. I don't know. Like it you have a full story there, whereas the Shaft you don't, which is why I love it.
I like the ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which is really why I want to watch the same director's movie with the lion, Uncaged. Is that what you said it was?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Guys, if you didn't get a chance, be sure you hit the subscribe button. Yeah. I just saw that Mel had just joined us, so I figured I'd throw that up real quick.
I'll give this one to Devil, because I mean it was, again, I can't believe this is a story that Shyamalan didn't want to take, not in a negative way that he didn't take on. Yeah, so I'm gonna give this one to Devil.
So you think
really surprised at the story.
you think that's a better story?
I didn't enjoy it more, but I think it, like, so if someone were like, "Let me tell you a story," and they told me the story of Devil, I'd be like, "Okay, I could." But if someone were like, "Let me tell you a story," and they told me the story of the Shaft, I'd be like, "What? Are you on drugs? Like, what is happening right now?" But as a movie, the Shaft, like, just, I don't know, like, I just love that movie. It works better for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. If somebody's like, "Hey, dude, I want to make a movie. What's the story about?" Well, it's a guy who invented biochips, and they put these biochips secretly. They got banned by the government, but they went ahead and continued the research and put them in elevators, and the elevator came to life and is angry and is killing people. I would kind of just be like, "Fuck yeah!" So I don't, like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So like, I know I sold the other story. I really like the other story. I really like that you just think everybody. It could have been a stupid story where it's just like the devil's here to kill everyone and kills everyone, but the fact that the guy is legit remorseful and confesses what he did, and like got a chance to basically confess, and the guy in the control room is listening, and he basically and the devil's like and the devil even says, "Damn, I was looking forward to taking you," and then fucking pieces out. But it was like, "Damn it, you double crossed me." That made it that turned it into a good story. And then you thought the obvious thing to do would be like this guy,
Shoots him or something.
If I had to guess what would happen, it would be that cop kills him and dumps his body or something somewhere, and then on his way home, he's thinking about what he does, and then goes and then pulls over to get gas or something, and then while he's pumping gas, all of a sudden you see the old lady and comes for the cop. For killing that guy, and that's it would have twisted to where like, hey, you were the victim where you lost your wife and kid, but now you killed this guy. You're the guy going to hell, and I'm here to collect. That's what would have happened in my movie if I'd have written that movie.
Or he kills the guy, and then since it's a suicide that kicks it off, he kills the guy, feels guilty for killing the guy, kills himself, and then starts a whole nother
cycle.
Flim flam. Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Oh, that would be even weirder. Like a weird time loop. Like if it showed him holding the rosary, because that body that was on that bread truck, if he had the rosary, and then you see the sun come up, and then it shows the hand holding the rosary.
He's looking at his own hand.
Be like, what the hell? What just happened? That would have been awesome. All right. Well, so
we didn't do that. So we just spent a whole 5 minutes talking about how they could have made it better. I guess Shaft wins story.
So who wins for better story?
I don't know. Let's see what we got in chat. We got.
Did anybody see these movies?
Bobby watched them, yeah.
Bobby
says Shaft.
Bobby says Shaft? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give it to the Shaft. Two different kinds. It's hard because one is a cheesy comedy horror, and the other one is like serious, almost has a moral to the story. You know what I mean?
Indeed. I've seen a few of the Final Destinations. I haven't seen all of them. There's like 6 or 7 of them, but I remember the first one being good. I don't know, first few being pretty good.
Music. I didn't notice music in either movie, to be
I
honest.
did in The Shaft for sure. The music was good in The Shaft. I mean,
Okay.
they had Love in an Elevator a lot.
I did
Yeah.
notice that at the end. Yeah. Which
Uh,
definitely was the best kiss, but Love in an Elevator. Yeah, I actually was surprised that they paid the money for that song.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
so-
where most of the budget went, probably.
Yep, I think they just that alone I think should get them the In fact,
But
I
even the
almost
music
want to
that,
I almost want to deduct a point from M. Night Shyamalan for not using that song.
yeah, probably 5. Yeah, that sounds about right, Bobby. I think there's 5 Final Destinations. But the music that James Marshall is listening to in his house on a jukebox he's fixing is actually pretty damn good too. Like they've got some. It's few and far between. They've got some good music in there though. I don't remember it from the devil.
Dude, Love in an Elevator. That's we're doing a show on evil elevators. Whoever used Love in an Elevator automatically gets a point.
Yeah,
It's science. It's fucking science. All right, how about this? Which one was a better looking film? Prettier, better looking movie.
Man, I gotta. Devil looked fine. I wasn't amazed by anything. I was amazed by a lot in The Shaft, and honestly, like, it opens with a titty scene. Like, I mean, you kind of win right there.
Also, I really kind of enjoyed the fake Empire State Building and all of that business. Which one? Now I'm getting confused. Which one? Oh, it was Devil's the one that starts upside down flying, right? And then ends up flipping.
It is. That was
yeah.
that was
yeah.
a really cool scene.
That was a pretty
Okay.
cool shot. But but
it's just for the opening.
But it's very normal looking. I really think I'm with you, dude. We're gonna give this one to Shaft.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, come on, man.
If Devil had opened with titties, it might have been,
It could be. All right, M. Night, you better catch up there, buddy. All right, how about better villain? Who had a better villain? This one's tough. The villain is straight up the devil in one, and she was pretty creepy and pretty evil. And the elevator shaft was the villain in the other, or was it the scientist?
I think it was honestly the building manager. He was basically the mayor from Jaws. Like, he was like, in Jaws is like, we can't shut these beaches down, blah 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 blah. And then this is like, they basically just ripped off Jaws and we're like, he's like, yeah, people are dying every day in this elevator, but you know how much money these elevators make, and it's not until he gets jump scared that he's like, okay, we got to shut this shit down.
I loved that scene. That's one I was going to pull for the shows. There's a scene where he goes and there's somebody hanging in the elevator, and he's like, and like he falls and he's on the ground, and some person that works there is just very casually walking by him. And
crawling on the ground,
and is like, and just is like, "Hi, Mr. Miller," and just casually walking by, and then is like, like that was kind of funny.
I think I pulled that one.
What's that?
I think I pulled that.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Just how matter of fact she was that the building managers on the ground didn't even acknowledge that, and then saw the elevator and was like,
"Oh my god!
Oh my god!" So, better villain. Who's the? I mean, honestly, I think Michael Ironside is the Gunther, the scientist, is a pretty bad villain,
and he kind of kills it too. Like, I mean, yeah, because to be fair, we know the devil's the villain in Devil. However, it jumps back and forth. Like, that's like the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, you don't know who the devil is or who the villain is until the very end.
And so all 5 of those people are kind of you know,
They're all douchebags.
they're all villains. Yeah, and, but yeah, I gotta go Shaft. Yeah,
Shaft. All right, we'll give it to Shaft.
yeah, Mel, you're right.
What did
Why
Mel
do
say?
people keep? She says, "Why do people keep taking the elevator if so many are dying in it?" And that's the thing. It's like, just don't take the elevator. But we live in a vertical world, Mel.
We live in a world.
To quote Ron Perlman, "We live in a vertical world. Damn it."
All right. Boom. Okay, so that was one. How about this? Oh, I didn't even get to use my Danny Zuko villain thing. Okay, all right. How about who had the best stunts and fight choreography? Here's a Shaft fight.
The way. Give me that axe. It's going down.
This guy.
Oh, that's some choreography. This is the best right here. Oh, it didn't even have the last shot. I guess that ends up in best explosion. The next shot. Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially the jump back onto the table, that getting punched and jumping backwards onto the table. That's quality. And then we got this. God, look how evil she is. Get us out! Kill him! Get us out! Dude, that lady is on. She needs some serious drugs.
Well, it's like whenever I saw that, like I was at the beginning, I was like, "Well, the old devil." I mean, come on. But then they killed her, and I was like, "Well, maybe not. I guess not." And then so I was like, I was sure it was her.
Then you get a little peek of her, like, "Kill him!" And you're like, "Oh, it's definitely her." No, it's not. Sorry. So Shaft. Bobby says Shaft.
Yeah, and like I wanted to put a clip from Total Recall in, because he fights Arnold on an elevator. Michael Ironside fights Arnold on an elevator. In Total Recall.
You should have put that in there.
But I was like, I'm already putting all these other clips in. It's kind of cheating. But
when did this happen? When did Arnold show up? All right, so we got points for Shaft again. Shaft is cleaning up. This makes you so happy. Is this what you said?
I love this movie so much. By every measure, this is a bad film, but like it stacks up into this glorious masterpiece.
It of awesomeness.
Yeah,
it's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, you get all these people like that are terrible artists, like that draw a picture on this one poster or something like that, and somehow it comes together to be this Pollock or something. It's amazing.
Well, let's get on to best comebacks. Who had the best comeback? Get him, elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Oh. Still leading me to the edge. Oh. No, we've been making.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've made a few. Yep. And then we get the devil comeback. Oh yeah. Hold on, we gotta watch that from the beginning. Yeah. Horrifying.
That was solid. That was
that old lady was dead for a long time, and then she came back.
Mm-hmm. I gotta give this one to Devil.
Yeah, me too.
I was like,
when that happened, it scared the shit out of me. I got goosebumps on that part.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, exactly. I wasn't even thinking. See, I was right. I was thinking, oh shit, I never thought they'd bring her back. Like, I was just like, oh my god, like. So that was great.
And it's so late in the game that you think for sure it's like it's one of these other people. You just kind of
like 30
dismiss
minutes,
her.
yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I get freaked out by like demon possession and stuff like that, and her talking. And I was in the dark, in this room, in the dark, editing, and then I'm like, and she was like, rah rah rah. You think you're, I was like, you think you can negotiate, and all that saying.
You think you can negotiate with me?
So it was kind of, I was like, yeah. That made me pucker a little. I'll just say that. All right. So, best comeback. Did I give her the point yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Let's quit playing with my effects.
Don't call it a comeback. Oh, lady. Oh. We should do Mars Attacks, Bobby. What would be good against Mars Attacks?
Dude, we lost Hagrid. Air horn for the actor that plays Hagrid. He passed away today.
I don't know what that means. What's a Hagrid? You mean the old lady from Devil?
No, dude. Robbie Coltrane from Harry Potter.
I've never actually seen all the Harry Potters.
Oh man, they're great.
I've heard they are.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I didn't realize it wasn't back on the screen yet. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen him. He's a big husky guy with a big, huge beard, a big hair and big beard, a Harry Potter character.
Okay. I thought he was one of the other guys. Okay.
He looks like the singer from Coheed and Cambria's dad with the giant beard. Basically,
I immediately got what you were talking about. Like, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Like John the Baptist. John the Baptist if he power lifted kegs.
Yeah, no, I never got around to seeing him. I watched like the first 1.5 with my son. But the little gremlin looking thing, Ippy or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Freaked my daughter out. It like scared the shit out of her.
Oh no.
So we had to turn it off, like, and he wasn't like, he was just like going, and like doing something, and she was like, fuck this. So we turned it off. I own all of them. I own every single Harry Potter.
Oh, you should give it another try. See if she can handle it now, because those are really fun movies.
I want to.
Really fun movies. I mean, even for kids and grown-ups, you know what I mean? I like when the last Harry Potter was about to come out, the week of, me and my ex went back and rewatched all of them. I'd seen them all over the years, you know what I mean? But we watched them all in a week and doing a countdown to go see the final one, and it was a lot of fun. I was like, I forgot how much I love these movies, and Hagrid was a beloved character, so our hearts go out to the family, and it sucks, man. It sucks when you lose somebody like that, because he was a great character actor, and he was really good in that, and just a likable. You know, it's like every now and then you get somebody. We don't know these people, but it's like when Tom Petty died. It's like, man, I really liked him. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't know him, and this was one of those people. So anyway,
all right, R.I.P. brother.
R.I.P. Mel's talking smack. Oh.
I guess I mean, it might be a phobia more than a
it is a phobia. Aspect. I don't think it's straight up. Yeah, I don't think it's racism against that race.
To be fair, she was too. So.
Well, that stuff's taught early. It's learned from the parents. They say, but Bobby, best comeback devil, old lady return for sure. I think I peed a little when that happened. Facts. Let's see here. Well, then how about I did give the comeback a point, didn't I?
Yeah.
Just now. Okay. I got distracted. Yeah. Let's see here. How about no? We're not doing best leg workout.
Oh,
This isn't Rocky.
She loves other elves. Yeah, it was just that one freaked her out.
Did you think either of these movies were predictable enough?
The
to
Shaft, absolutely not with the Shaft.
And
with
not
the,
enough
and
to
honestly, yeah,
not
no,
enough to go with the red question. So we're gonna skip
Yeah.
that one. How about a? Let's see here. Who has the most WTF moment? All right, let's look at Shaft.
Hey, you there.
That's her?
I'm with him.
I don't know her.
We were just in the toilet together.
Sure you were. And now you're going back to the sewer.
But he raped me. No, officer, arrest that man. Get off.
Yeah, lady, come on.
You got taste.
He raped me? What the hell? This is pre. What the fuck, dude? You can't just go throwing that around. All right, let's move on to the next one. That's what I said. It was like I wish I had a record scratch sound effect because when I saw that, I sat up. Did she just say he raped me? You can't be crying wolf like that. That's fucked up. All right, moving on.
Stop saying that!
That's wild. How did it?
Oh my
WTF moment. How did that happen?
It's the devil.
Stop saying
He raped me.
That should be. That should be like the beginning of the intro to your next metal song. Stop saying that.
River Bottom Nightmare Band. You're right, dude. All right. I think we're gonna give Shaft the WTF moment on that one because that was.
Yeah. Not only does she falsely accuse him of rape, the cop's like, he's got good taste. Like it's like, oh my god, what is happening? And this is 20 years ago. Like,
yeah, this is pre morals and consequences. Guys, you can't just say anything. You can't just do that.
And yes, we do.
Let's see here. Okay, so we got WTF moment. That was good. Okay, quotable. Who had the best line or most quotable line? Shaft quotable line is.
Are you sure you're pregnant? Well, I should think so. Or this must be one hell of a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
The hell? This is crazy. What is this, a fucking light show?
It's not a
Light show?
It's not a
Light show?
at all.
What the fuck just happened? Okay, and then. Or.
Stop saying that!
Oh, that's quotable.
Yeah, it's got to be the. I got to go devil.
Stop saying that!
Or I have a second quotable.
Okay.
Why don't you lay off, pal?
Why don't you suck a butt?
No.
Why don't you lay off, pal?
Why don't you suck a butt?
Pal.
Why don't you suck a butt? Why don't you suck a butt?
Pal.
Why don't you suck a butt? Why don't you suck a butt?
Pal.
Why don't you suck a butt?
That's my new favorite
Why
thing.
don't you suck a butt?
Pal.
Why don't you suck a butt?
I'm gonna load this clip up.
Why don't you suck a butt?
Pal.
Why don't you suck a butt? Why don't you suck a butt? Why don't you suck a butt?
Okay.
That guy just beat the devil. He just.
Why don't you just suck a butt? All right. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. I'm gonna give. I think we need to give points to Devil. They're way behind anyway. And if you don't like it, you can suck a butt.
I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that one at all.
Why don't you suck a butt?
That.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good one. All right. Yeah, that is a solid. That guy's whole demeanor. I was sad to see that guy die. I was like, dude, I kind of liked him. I kind of thought he might come back too. Let's see here. All right. There was no car chases in this movie, so we're going to skip that question. Inspirational. Who had the most inspirational part? Shaft.
Quiet! Little bastards. Don't fuck with me. Bunch of losers you are. All of you. What's the use? Most of you won't make it anyway. If you don't get knocked down by a car, or drink a bottle of Drano, or set fire to your bedroom, in a few years' time, you'll all be on drugs, or selling your bodies in cheap hotels. Whatever the future is, you little creeps, it is not yours. Believe me.
That's the most inspirational thing I've heard in a long time. And
Setting
then
them straight.
And then for Devil.
The thing is, I forgive you.
That was inspirational.
It really was, but Mel's kind of got a point. You should have gone with your previous
thing
clip
is-
for inspirational.
I forgive you.
Yeah, and this one's pretty inspirational.
Why don't you lay off, pal?
Why don't you suck a butt?
Oh man, I can't wait to chisel that down into a more concise clip. All right, so I
there are
think
certain things in life that make it worth living, and seeing that guy tell the other guy to suck a butt is one of them.
that's pretty good.
Why don't you lay off, pal?
Why don't you suck a butt?
All right. So the point on this one goes to, I would say, the Shaft for that teacher that take care cigarette lady's long rant. What are you thinking?
Yeah, baby. He set those kids straight from day one.
I mean, it's too good. Like honestly, the guy telling him, "Hey, man, that was my family you killed," and I've been thinking about what
Honestly,
I could do to you when I got my hands on you, but you know what? I forgive you. That's pretty inspirational.
it is, but what we were talking about earlier, like once we found out that guy had killed his family, that part had become a little predictable. You kind of knew he was going to forgive him to a degree. Whereas the daycare lady, that's what you see of her. There's another tiny scene with her in it, but that's all you get. She's just in there to do that
for no reason except to
for
give
no
that
reason.
fun information. You why don't you suck a butt? All right, and this one says it's blank. What is that? We just did that, and then we got, boom, best kiss. The only kiss I noticed was in Shaft at the end, and it was I don't have a clip of it, but it's Naomi Watts, and that's right before they play "Love in an Elevator."
Yeah, I mean,
so that they get the point on that one.
By default, kind of, yeah. And I didn't pull a clip because it's kind of, I mean, I don't know, their whole thing wasn't really too believable, but they did kiss.
They did kiss, and then earlier they had some flirting. They did flirt earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see here. How about which one is a better? What's best kiss? Butt sucking. Why don't you suck a butt? Which one's a better cheer up movie? If you need to cheer up, which movie are you gonna watch?
I'm gonna put on The Shaft. This is kind of one of my cheer up movies. Like,
for sure.
So
Shaft is making it look easy right now. They're dominating. Dominating. 3 rows. Holy smokes.
Woo!
And honestly, the only reason they got 3 rows, it's because, there we go. Oh boy, cheer up The Shaft. All right, so how about
seen that movie too?
Cheer up The Shaft. Why don't you go suck a butt? How about this? Which one is a better date movie? Which one do you think is a better date movie?
Well, is there a clip for that?
I don't have one.
Okay. I don't see. So okay. It all depends. No, I gotta go Devil. Yeah, because my wife would enjoy Devil. I was gonna say if I take a girl on a date and she enjoys the Shaft as much as I do, that's a match made in heaven. My wife is fine with the Shaft, but she's does not really dig it as much as I do. She would have. She didn't watch the Devil with me, but she would have enjoyed that movie. It would have been a. It's kind of an all around. Again,
you gotta like the super over the top, stupid, corny stuff for that. And
she would have humored me, but been like, okay, fine. And I'd have been like, that was so amazing.
Okay.
So,
I think Devil also, and I think that's a really good conversation movie too. If you're going on,
well, that's a good point too. Yeah.
You're gonna talk about like, what would you do? Or, like, oh, I thought it was so and so, and it's this kind of like a Knives Out situation where you're like, yeah, I thought so and so did it, or what have
And
you.
Yeah, and like you said before, scary movies are good for dates. People will actually get scared in Devil. Like, I don't think you're gonna get scared in Shaft. Maybe, but
no, you're not. Nobody's getting scared in Shaft. Come on.
We haven't seen Naked HD in a while. It's been
it has been a while, but they'll be back.
They might be watching, just not chatting.
Yeah. How about let's see here. Which movie should have been better, but something went wrong? I don't think either one. I think both are masterpieces. I don't like this question. We're moving on.
Okay.
Well, what do you think about that?
We already talked about how we could have what we would have done to make Devil a little better, but it's not. I don't think it's a red question.
I don't think it would have. Well, I got to get out of this thing since now we're going to have a conversation about this. I said what I would have done. I like what they did better. They surprised me with him forgiving him.
Fair enough. Okay.
I liked that. I was like, oh, that's different. You know what I mean? Because I would have thought that he would have killed the guy and then the devil would have come after the cop. That's what I would have thought would have happened. The idea, because I actually was thinking about morality and like pondering the universe when I was done. I'm like, wow, he forgave him, and what a crazy thing. And then I'm thinking about like, oh, the devil's about to take him, and then but because he said it out loud and confessed his transgression against the other guy into the walkie-talkie, that's what saved him. And then I was just thinking about all that, and like, oh, it's crazy. The idea that the guy forgave him at the end and didn't hold on to the baggage and the anger and resentment, just let it go, I thought that was cool. I thought that's an interesting take. So
yeah.
I
mean, he's still going to jail anyway for hit and run, so
yeah,
I don't need to kill you.
I don't need to kill you. You will end up puckering up in the in jail. Let's see here.
The Shaft is coming for you, my friend.
That's right. Which one is a better Christmas movie? Shaft, we got.
The President of the United States.
That looked like Die Hard. And then
Stop saying that!
and then there's that for Christmas. Do you want to see this for Christmas?
Stop saying that! Stop saying that! Stop saying that! Stop saying that!
I'm telling you, man. Dude, when you have an evil elevator movie, which like Mel said, just don't get in the elevator, but you have a hour and a half to 2 hour movie about an evil elevator movie, I'm happy. when the president of the United States gets involved because of this evil elevator, and there is a SWAT team that shows up with bazookas, you will see that's Christmas for me. That
That's
I can't like I can't get any happier. Like
there's no
imagine
greater
Joe
gift.
Biden. Imagine Joe Biden getting on screen and being like, "Ladies and gentlemen, there's this elevator in New York, and a bunch of people are dying. I'm on this. I'm going to send the FBI and the whatever with bazookas to handle the evil elevator situation." Like I can't.
I'm just upset they didn't get Morgan Freeman to play the president on that, you know?
Well, this was 2001,
I mean, he was acting in that at that time. 2001? He was alive.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I know he was alive, but I don't know if he had hit it big yet. But
Dude, he hit it big like
was
in
right
the
about that time.
late
Deep
80s,
Impact.
early 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
he was alive then, dude.
I know he was alive.
Dude, he was born
But he was
after,
only like 12. He
after
was alive, but he was only like 12. Like, come on.
Let's see. All right. So who the Christmas movie, I think we're giving it to Shaft. Because who wants a demonic old woman screaming at you on Christmas? Stop saying that.
You mean Fallen, Bobby? That movie's good. Fallen is very good with Denzel. That's a good one.
Are you talking about White House Has Fallen
Oh, maybe
with Morgan Freeman?
Christmas Shaft.
Yeah,
Give him
Morgan
the Christmas Shaft.
Morgan Freeman was 70 when he was born. He's like Benjamin Button. All right.
The doctor said to his mom, "There's something wrong with him," and his mom was like, "Suck a butt."
Yeah. It was like, we ain't going to Wyoming to shoot canteens, goddammit. Let's see. All right. Explosion. Do you know where that's from? That's from The Unforgiven. Let's see here. Which one?
Bobby says yes to all.
Okay. Which one made you want to take karate lessons more? This one's tough. And
yeah,
if you're like, oh, yeah, tough. For what reasons? Well, for that reason.
It's going down.
Yeah. All those reasons make you want to take karate lessons. Yeah. And then there's all this. Gah! Gah! I should have taken karate lessons. Kill him, Ben. And then kill him.
What was your karate?
And then subscribe. Damn, I wish I took karate.
What's
Dude, that's
interesting
quality
about,
right there.
What's interesting about both those fights with James Marshall, the scene before he gets knocked out by the other guy, is he's like, and it's only like one sentence in the movie. He's like, "I'm an ex-U.S. Marine," blah 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 blah, and he just gets his ass kicked the whole film.
Yeah,
it doesn't help him at all.
I like how Bobby says, "Yes to all,
no
to karate." Oh, come on. How do you defeat an elevator with karate? You got to defeat the all the douchebags around you before you can defeat the elevator.
And then plus, you can keep the doors open. I know one guy who can keep the doors open with karate.
Yeah. If the doors
close this way,
if the doors are closing, there is an old technique that you can do where you do this. Yeah, you can do that and hold the doors open if no one's aware.
Good.
There's not enough room to use karate. You can do 1-inch punch, Bobby. If you don't know about 1-inch punch. with that many people in the elevator, you can with
Just
karate.
roundhouse
You
kick
could do.
everybody in the face.
That's
Like,
right.
I guess.
That's right. You just. All right. So which one? Who wins? Karate lessons.
Bobby makes a good point.
What
They
was-
are outside of the elevator in the ship. Huh?
Yes, that is a good point. Is that the fights take place outside of the elevator in Shaft, whereas inside the elevator you don't have much space to karate. I think ground karate, a.k.a. jiu-jitsu, would have been a more appropriate martial art to be using in there. So you maybe Krav Maga, maybe a little judo or jiu-jitsu, but straight up karate, that's for outside the elevator.
What kind of karate does the devil hate? Because I want to learn that kind.
The devil?
Yeah. What kind of does he hate?
Man, I'm looking for a good pun. Damn it.
I bet, or you know what? I bet the devil hates. I bet he hates the one with the elbows that Ong Bak does. What is that? Thai fighting.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think he likes elbows and knees. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
does, but yeah.
I was trying to. Man, I was really.
So if you're fighting the devil, just Ong Bak his ass. Just.
So who gets a point? Is it a draw or does somebody get a point? The Devil Hates Muay Thai is the name of a new movie we're gonna make.
There you go. That's the name of your metal band, and it starts out and it's like, "Stop doing that."
Oh, the Devil Hates Muay Thai. So the Devil Wears Prada versus the Devil Hates Muay Thai. Man,
Okay, there you go.
we're gonna do a draw on that one.
All right.
Because Shaft has plenty of points. Let's see. Okay. Which movie made you hungrier?
Well,
Shaft has this. Oh boy. These women are all pregnant. Oh, gross.
Now, what you got for today's special? Except, of course, that sweet smile of yours.
Pork chops.
What's special about it?
I sat on them for 2 hours.
The millennium.
Yikes. I sat on them for 2 hours. And then you have this Bethel bread truck. Boy, that made me hungry.
so that cut, I didn't make that cut. That cut was in the movie. They go from an elevator full of women having babies, and then they cut to that fryer, or the griddle.
I thought you did that.
No, I did not. That's their cut. Like, that's straight from the movie. And I was like, because honestly, when I saw that, I was like, that's when I texted you. We need to put in what's the most what the fuck moment, because I was like, what is or I was originally
What
gonna say
just
weirdest jump
happened?
cut. I was like, yeah, like it's like, and then it like cuts to a grid, and I was like, oh, what the hell was that for a cut? Like, it's so weird.
It is weird, for sure. Hungry the Shaft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby, that bread truck didn't make you hungry? Man.
That dead guy's been sitting on him for 2 hours.
That's right.
And that bread I sat on him for 2 hours.
Make the next week a super amazing one. I'm using PTO and we'll see the whole
All
show.
right.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. So hungry points go to the Shaft. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to see who's going to be winning this one. This was a landslide. Sorry there, M. Night. Don't get your feelings hurt, man. It's cool.
Yeah, one of your better movies, but
This
up against a juggernaut like The Shaft.
I mean, and this is a super scientific testing that we do.
Mhm.
You know,
Absolutely.
Which one had the best explosion? Here's the shaft. Yeah. I love how it blows him out of the shaft. So stupid. Oh, and everybody's okay. And of course, he has that supreme bazooka training because he's a Marine.
Oh, good. I didn't think about that.
That's right. What just happened there? Let's listen to this. Oh my goodness. Boy.
That was a cool jump scare, though. There were scare. That was a really cool one.
Yeah, in the background. Oh.
And again, those are the rocket launchers that the SWAT team brought in to fight the evil elevator.
He stole it.
He stole it from.
Yep.
Yes. Like, because that happens all the time, and I'm so happy.
Hey, I got two people voting for Corpse Bride versus Frankenweenie.
Okay.
That's some good Halloween action there.
It is.
Let's see.
And I think I have both. Yeah, I think I'll go with those.
I think I got them both.
I can sit and watch them with the kids.
How about who had the best kill?
Come on, bastard. Don't you get difficult now.
No. That was my favorite.
Please be careful.
This is my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good too.
Because who has an elevator that the bottom opens up?
Man. Oh yeah, this guy. Man, that's one pissed off elevator.
Uh-huh.
And then we have that's pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
Why don't you suck a butt? Why don't you suck a butt? And then you got this.
His last,
those are his famous last
were,
words. Yep.
Suck a butt.
Suck a butt. I think Kills has to go to Shaft also.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh man, and exactly like when, and I even looked it up. Elevators don't have bottoms like that. Like, there's no point to have an elevator with a bottom like that. Like, where it just opens up. And
I mean, what if you got to drop
out
what if you got to drop some stuff off
into an elevator shaft? Like that. I even thought about that. Like maybe, but no. Like, I looked it up and it's like,
that's not real. That doesn't happen.
That's not real at all.
That's only angry elevators that do that. There's the real elevators don't do that. Oh boy.
And they're like, yeah. Somebody told him that, and he was like, so. Somebody was like, real elevators don't do that. That's not a real thing. He's like, so? What you, okay?
Let's get on to the next. Who had the biggest plot hole? Who had the biggest plot hole?
Whoa, that was a big one. Any damage?
No. But there was a lot of lightning last night. We counted 4 strikes.
Between the
time the doors close in the parking lot and the time they open again on the 86th floor?
2 seconds?
1.8 seconds to be exact.
It's just not possible.
Computer chips based on live tissue. They were making a computer based on dolphin brains or something like that.
For 3 days, they let him bleed inside the belly of that building. And he's still there. His spirit didn't leave us. He will only find peace when he's had his revenge.
Those computers, based on chips made from live tissue, they're still experimenting with them. Only now, they're not using dolphins anymore.
The machine's not a machine anymore.
That's a lot of plot holes. I don't.
That's
a lot of holes.
So that's the beauty of this film, in my opinion. The whole fucking movie's plot holes. Like, it's just because so first it's lightning strikes that causes it, and they're leaning that way, like a scientific explanation. Okay, and then the guy gets sucked in the elevator. Well, actually, I didn't put it in there because nobody really died or anything, but the women getting pregnant, or the pregnant women just having babies in the elevator for some reason. Okay, so that's like a mystical element, and then they go back and they talk about the lightning again, but and then the guy gets sucked into the elevator and shot out of the elevator. That's a mystical element, and then they say no, wait, it's computer chips made from dolphin brains. Okay, and then they say. Then they start bringing up Janikowski, who died in there, and they bring in his wife, so maybe he's haunting it. And then it's not dolphin brains anymore, so is it human brains now? And it's like the whole thing, like they just leave it open to your interpretation, but like there's no way, even if it is a supercomputer, you can't make tentacle elevator cables, so it has to be.
You can if you're a biocomputer.
You can't. There's no mechanism for it unless it has like nanotechnology or something like that. Like, there's no way.
It's biomechanics, dude.
So okay, the dog and the blind man too. Did it sound to you like did it sound to you, because every time I watch it, I heard it as, like whenever Bugs Bunny slips on a banana peel or something, it's like whoop whoop. But this time when I was doing the clip, I was like, were they trying to make a dog yelp noise? But it still, to me, sounds like it's like a whip, like whoa.
Everybody be very quiet. We're going to listen to this.
Come on, Buster. Don't you get difficult now.
Doesn't it sound like the whip, when you slip on a banana peel?
Dude, that's fucked up. Why'd they do that? Yeah, they did.
It's not a real dog yelp.
It's a weird. Sure. It's not a real dog noise. It's like they rubbed two balloons together or something. It was like weird noise.
And I always thought it was like they're making a joke of it, like a whip, like he slipped on a banana peel or something.
So did we?
Okay, maybe.
What?
Bobby says she thinks it was his nails on the floor, like scratching on. Okay, I can
something.
See that.
Did I give the points for that?
No, but I think it should get +5 because the whole fucking movie's a plot hole. That's what's amazing about it. Like, it's just so. It's so. Like, you can make it whatever you want. It's just so. I just love it so much. Like because that's the thing. Like, the first time I'm watching this, the first time I'm watching this movie, I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting something like the Ring, and obviously it's not that. And so like I get there and I'm like, okay, it's this haunted the elevator's haunted, it's a haunted elevator. And then they're like, it's a computer made out of dolphin brains, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? What is that?
They kind of allude to it started out as dolphin brains, but now and then they stopped talking. There's a part where he goes, so I think that they were saying now it's based on human brains.
That's like
so it made me wonder, did he try to use the old technician's brains for that left him?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they leave it open, like, so I was like, and so is it Janikowski's brains, but also his ghost that's like helping him do this stuff. They don't explain it, but it's just like it's just amazing. Like, and this guy that used to work for a missile, the United States making dolphin brain missile chips. He's like, they're like, get out of here. You're not in the military anymore. And he's like, all right, I'll go put them in elevators of all things, not self-driving cars.
Oh,
or like
no,
something else.
elevators.
Elevators.
Dude,
We need them to go up and or down.
It was 2011, dude. They're not going to be doing self-driving cars yet.
True. It was 2001.
Oh, 2001, even worse.
Not. Yeah. But it's not a Wonkavator, you know? It's an elevator. Like a Wonkavator goes up and down and left and right and sideways and crossways. Elevators just go up and down. You don't need a supercomputer to do that. Like, I don't
Dude, there's a lot of
understand.
floors. It's a lot of floors.
That's true. There are.
Best ending. Who had the best ending? Shaft? You can't handle the truth.
When a screwdriver doesn't work, use a rocket launcher.
That's That's quality right there. Or
That was my family on Bethlehem Pike. That was my son. I've been waiting for this moment for 5 years. All the things I'd say to you. What I'd do. The thing is, I forgive you.
After my mother would finish her story, she would always comfort us. Don't worry, she'd say. If the devil is real, then God must be real too.
The ending for Devil would have been better if after that great monologue, Naomi Watts threw the cop a rocket launcher and he blew up the guy in the back.
That's the wrong movie.
No, it's not. I'm saying that's what would have made Devil. If he's like, yeah, I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. And Naomi Watts is like, hey! And he's like, yeah, boom! And blows him away. And then the devil shows up and she throws him another one. And he's like, yeah, boom! Rocket launchers everywhere all the time. Basically.
I'm going to go with Devil for best ending. That, although it was awesome, that could have easily been that could have easily been an Arnold Schwarzenegger situation.
And life would have been better.
Even better, correct.
Bobby agrees with you. I'll let y'all have it. I can't agree. That was a very good ending. I just can't. I can't do it.
I liked
will concede
the ending.
Defeat. I will concede defeat. It was a very good ending for Devil.
Even with all of the larger than life fun elements in the ending of the Shaft, a.k.a. Down, I enjoyed the ending very much. But again, I also liked the thinking that I did for 5 minutes after the movie was over. I actually thought about that movie. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that was an interesting ending, and I actually pondered it as I made a sandwich or coffee or something in my kitchen. I was bumbling around in my kitchen thinking about the movie. So I think that I don't always do that, and I appreciate a movie when I'm still thinking about it. If I'm walking to my car from the theater and I'm thinking about the movie and like really thinking about it on the drive home, I really love that, because I'm like, wow, they actually gave me something. If I'm already on Facebook or like texting somebody back before I even get to my car and have moved on with my day, it was just a meh movie, you know? So,
exactly.
So, all right. Well, how about best love story? Best love story. We got...
Chip!
What?
My computer's acting weird.
You mean like me when I asked you out?
Worse.
Impossible.
Nail the bastard, will you?
Yeah, let me see what I can do. Nice warm seat.
It's the closest you'll get.
Yeah.
And they call it puppy love.
Love.
I don't even know your name.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sarah.
Boy, that was some love.
I don't even know your name.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sarah.
Oh boy, if you feel that love right there.
Well, whenever you cut to your other scene as well, where she's like, "Kill him, man, kill him,
kill him."
That's some
Yeah,
love.
jeez. Whoa, what's happening?
Bobby makes a good point too. Like at the end, like the love for his family and the love of like forgiveness and just
Oh
humanity.
yeah, that's a great point. Actually, a fantastic point.
Yeah, I guess that beats out Naomi and Chip.
Does it though?
Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, okay. I didn't.
No, it does. There is there is some love going on. So we're gonna.
There absolutely is. Yeah, that theme was ever present there. It just wasn't between two characters, so I didn't think about it that way. That's a very good point. Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah. Okay. Best love story. Why don't you suck a butt? Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah. Best love story.
Why don't you lay off, pal?
Why don't you suck a butt?
All right. How about which one do you think deserves a sequel? Which movie deserves a sequel?
I think a Devil sequel could be easy, just not not in an elevator, but the framework that they set up, a suicide happens, and that's what kickstarts the Devil being on Earth and getting these like I could see a sequel to it being good. It doesn't have to be an elevator; it could be on an airplane. I mean, I guess it has to be somewhere, or maybe it doesn't have to be.
No,
somewhere. They could think of it doesn't have to be, but like they could think of something broad and do a really good sequel for the Devil or for Devil.
It could
Shaft
be
is a masterpiece, so I don't want him to ruin it.
Don't mess with that. Yeah, the elevator didn't actually die, and it's still alive.
Or now he's putting his dolphin chips in ice makers, and like that'd be a good
Ooh,
like,
Ice Maker 3.
And it's like shooting people with ice picks and stuff, and it's like.
Yeah, Devil could be anything. There could be a crazy, flood situation where people are at a shelter or something. You know what I mean? Or anything like people are locked in because of a storm or something.
Yeah. Right, Bobby. You could. I mean, it's very much, and she's been saying it the whole time. It's very Final Destination-esque, and it's like, but purposefully driven, and it's like I think that would be an easy sequel, and I'm kind of surprised it hadn't been made yet. Like it's Devil did well. I didn't say the numbers earlier, but it had a budget of $10 million and it made $62 million. So it made 6.25 times its budget, pretty much. Whereas the Shaft lost a crap ton of money.
And that's another brilliant thing about a movie like that. It doesn't cost that much because you're just like. Yeah, we're just going to shoot in an elevator most of the movie, so it's like that's super cheap. This is a comment of the day right here. Hold on. Yeah, take that, you deviants. Hey-oh. All right. How about
brains in my vibrator.
Speaking of biochips, which one made your butt pucker more? I'm definitely saying Devil, because when the old lady comes back and says that part, that definitely made me go like that scared the crap out of me. So
I would say that, or like that scene you showed earlier where he lights the match, and like there's certain little scenes in here that are, I mean, it's creepy overall. Like, and that Shyamalan is very good at that. Like, I will say his tone for movies is just always spot on and great. It's just the story or the wrap up or something always or very often goes wrong. Like his tone, but tonally, his movies are just spot on. Even
Like-
stupid ones like that, like The Happening and Signs, and like there's the tone is so great and so dreadful and creepy.
Dude, Signs, when you see that alien walk through the fields or something, you only see it for just a second, and it's like, bang! You're like,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
made me jump in the theater. I remember.
And then you realize they decided to invade a planet that's 75% water, and water kills them. And then you're like, oh wait, that's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. We could kill them with super soakers. We don't need rocket launchers. We could kill them with water. We just wait till it rains. It's that movie was so infuriating because it was so good, and then that happened. It was like, what? They can just let them have the Sahara Desert. Let them invade that. Like, it just wait till it rains and they die. Like, it's so stupid. Okay.
You okay, man? You okay?
Yeah, that movie just. Why, like, imagine us, like, we have interplanetary travel. Let's go to a planet full of acid. That's smart. It's just so stupid. Like, it's, and they can travel to different, like, other planets, but they don't bring any guns. They just have their little farts in their wrists, and they're like, and put people to sleep. Like, it.
Yeah, that's all you need, dude. That's all you need is wrist farts.
I guess
That's all you need.
I guess until you realize that. I mean, we can determine what planets are made of sitting here on Earth without ever traveling to them, and they can't be like, oh, water. Oh, okay.
Original War of the War of the Worlds. They died of from the cold.
That's smart. That is very smart because that's sadly how we wiped out the Indians. It was basically due to spreading disease. It wasn't guns and stuff like that. It was spreading disease. So if you're contradicting me, Bobby, you're wrong. But if you're validating my point, then you're right. But no, but that's, I mean, like, that makes sense. The water thing is stupid though. Like,
yeah,
because
maybe this is the closest planet that they could get to, that they could survive
they
on.
still don't go there if it's full of acid. No, you can't survive there. It rains here. It rains.
But you either make it here or you don't make it anywhere. Maybe they only had enough fuel to get here.
Then they would just you would just go set up shop in the Sahara,
maybe they didn't know.
If you have interplanetary travel and you
they don't have
know,
Wikipedia,
then
dude.
they need that. Then that needs to be a wiped out species. They need to be extinct.
And they
because
did.
if you
They
can
did get
travel
wiped
to
out.
Other okay, then fair enough.
Bobby's wrong. Them's fighting words.
I didn't say she was wrong.
Fighting words right there.
I just didn't want her to prove me wrong. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it in War of the World, it made sense because that's, that makes sense. They are not, or they are immune to all their viruses. However, it's our viruses that kills them, which is like, that's incredibly smart. You have to even think about something like that, traveling to another planet, not going to a planet full of acid.
Yeah,
it does. Like, and what's edible and what's not. That's what I mean. Like, they have to eat something here. Like, they have to analyze what they can eat and what they can't, and then they can't be like, well, you know what? It's full of water, and water kills us. Let's give it a shot. It's stupid.
But they have corn.
Stupid.
They have corn. How about if you were on a flight and they only had one movie, what movie would you pick? If you were on a flight and you could only watch one movie.
You know what? I was for sure, like, I was even going to pull some clips for it maybe. I was for sure going to give this one to The Shaft. But now that we've been talking about a sequel, and it doesn't have to be on an airplane. That's just the first thing that popped into my brain.
Right.
Seeing a sequel like that in Devil, or like a Devil sequel in an airplane, like, I kind of might want to watch it on an airplane and be like, okay, who's this fucking devil in this plane? Who is it?
Ooh, on a plane would be a good one.
Like, who's going to be, because you got more than 5 people. You've got room to run around. You got maybe somebody goes to the bathroom at the beginning of the film and it's like, they're the devil. They pop up and they're like, yeah, I've been shitting forever. But like,
I'm sick and tired of these mother devils on these mother planes.
So
on a flight, which movie would you watch?
I'd go Devil. Now I'm gonna all about some Devil sequel now.
Yeah, I think I would too. I think it's a little bit more of a thinker. You know what I mean? The other one is a fun
Sitting
movie.
with your buddies drinking.
It's fun to laugh at, but I think especially I've already seen it once. I think the other one's a little more of a thinker. So I'm gonna go Devil also, which gets us time to score, time to tally. What do you hold on a sec before I put that point? What are you snickering about?
Bobby, but it was a little late. But Bobby's like, "Let's eat the people." Like this. She's like, whenever I was like, "What are they going to eat?" She's
Let's
like,
eat the
she's like,
people.
Eat the people. Yeah,
Bobby,
that's a good point too.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, let's get the point for Devil. Oh boy. This has been a fun versus. We got 10-11. We got 11 for Devil. And we have 15 for Shaft. That is right. Boom. You win. Fatality. Shaft is the winner. Woo! Yeah. Man.
Just when you think justice is dead, something like this comes along.
Just when you think justice is dead, you have subscribe. Or just, I thought that's what I had coming up there. Yeah, man, just when you think justice is dead. Two fun movies, man. I didn't think I'd have this much fun on an elevator horror episode, but damn it, we had a good time. This was fun. Everybody loves a little Shaft in their life. That's what they say, Mel. Yeah. Oh boy. So what are we doing next week? Or I guess.
Well, if you haven't seen either of these movies, sorry, dude.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if you haven't seen either of these movies, they're both very good watches. Different tones. The Devil, Devil, I was very surprised. It's just a really good movie. It is a thinker. It's a thriller, suspense kind of thing. And I can't recommend Shaft enough. To me, it's a hidden gem. It's stupid. It is, but it's just, if you go in looking for a fun movie, you will absolutely enjoy it. I mean, and just give him a chance.
I was actually pissed off while I was watching this movie in the beginning. I was like, this movie's terrible. What is happening? And then, yeah, I was like, what the hell is going on? This movie's terrible. And then I realized what it was. I go, no, this is supposed to be, this is like a campy movie. I was like, how can all these actors be in this and it be this bad? And I go, oh, they're doing a thing. They're doing a bit.
I don't know if they did. What's weird is so one of the trivia things is you saw James Marshall in the film, like
right.
you tell he was just kind of showing up for a check, and apparently the director said that he couldn't work with him because he kept telling him not to take it so seriously, and I'm like, what movie? Like what? Like it didn't seem like he took it seriously at all. Like
the director told who to not to take it so seriously.
James Marshall.
So James Marshall was taking it too seriously?
Apparently to the director. And so that's why I think it was a banana peel slip. Like, weep, weep, weep.
The director's he's having fun, and James Marshall's playing it like serious, which is hilarious. Yeah, well, they all did, and that makes good comedy. Like if you're doing comedy and you're playing serious, you make the scenario funny. I just heard today that Liam Neeson that they're going to redo the Naked Gun franchise. They're going to reboot it, and Liam Neeson is going to be playing like Leslie Nielsen's characters. So he's going to be playing like serious, but like Leslie Nielsen plays it serious.
Yeah, he's the straight man. Yeah.
So he's going to be the straight man. So Liam Neeson is going to be the straight man. So I'm really curious how it's going to unfold.
Wow, I don't know how I feel about that, but honestly, that's a very good choice. Liam Neeson is a
Yeah.
very good choice if they're going to pick anybody. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah, it could either be real bad or really awesome. So I
yeah,
guess we'll just gotta wait and see on that. So that'll be fun. And we can do a versus Naked Gun versus. I'd like to get into
oh
some of
yeah,
those corny movies. Those are always fun too. Hot
for sure.
Shots and all those. Um, there's a few others. I'd like to hit Spinal Tap up at some point. We were talking about that earlier and stuff, but I guess for Halloween, what we're gonna do, Corpse Bride versus Frankenweenie. Is that what's gonna happen for the next week?
Yeah, we can do that next week. We talked about a few things for next week. We were thinking about doing horror westerns, so we could do Bone Tomahawk, which is a Kurt Russell movie, which is apparently awesome.
Oh, that
Uh,
sounds really good too.
and but we could save that for since it's apparently it's actually very or like a scary film. We could save that for the week before or the week after. Versus Burrowers, which is another horror western. And yeah, we could do Corpse Bride versus Frankenweenie next week.
Well, let's do that for the gang who's watching. They people have spoken. We're going to give it to them. That'll be on the 21st. We'll do that, and then we can do the Tomahawk one on the 28th.
All right, sounds good.
Tomahawk versus. I'm not sure about Burrowers. I can back Kurt Russell though. So let's talk some more. And if there's a better contender, but shoot, I might see Burrowers trailer and be like, "What the hell are you talking about, Clint? Let's do it." You know.
And one of the. Yeah, but we kind of did Tremors before. We did it like for Kevin a Bacon Appreciation Day, like at the very beginning of Versus. We'll probably revisit it at some time, but I don't know about yet. Maybe.
We'll discuss it this week, and then we'll talk about it next week when we do Frankenweenie versus the Corpse Bride. So this will be a fun, creepy week. I tried to watch the first. I've tried to watch the entire movie of the Munsters just to see, and man, I got like 4 minutes in, not even, maybe 3 minutes in, and I go, no, there's no way I can watch this movie, and I just turned it off. It was unwatchable.
I've watched it. It's just very boring. You can tell when zombies not saying fucking cunt every other word and brutally murdering someone, he kind of has nothing to go to. It's just boring. I think it looks really good. Like I think that the stylistically his again, like tone, he's kind of one of those directors too. Tone, it's there. Like it looks good. And yet, thank you, Bob. It's bad. It's just bad. It's not. It's just because it's not Munsters comedy. It's not modern comedy. It's not comedy. It's not fun. It's not. It's just bad. It's just like
it's a weird camp that's like this is like it's like 60s comedy. It's basically recreating the Munsters, which is fine, but it's like not well, but it's like old comedy that you'd put a laugh track to, and I don't know if it was funny back then, but that's all they had, back then. Like at least the little bit that I watched, I was just like, I saw like, hey, can you give me a back crack? Oh, I hurt my back. And then he like cracks his back and he's like, oh, and I was just like, yeah, I can't watch this. This is fucking terrible. So, yeah, I mean, I was wondering. I was like, maybe we can do Munsters versus
and
Adam.
Bobby's like, no, the comedy wasn't like that back then. I think that's what she said. She's like, nope, it wasn't like that.
Well, I used to watch a bunch of Nick at Night, and I'd watch a bunch of like I used to watch the Munsters even, and it was like some of the stuff's not that funny, but some of it was great, growing up. But what I saw 5 minutes of, I was like, nope, there's no way I could watch this. I just turned it off. There's no way.
Yeah, it was just I sat through the whole thing.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I sat through the whole thing because I was thinking we might cover it, and honestly, I was like, well, it's a Rob Zombie movie, so even though it's rated whatever, I was like, let me see if the kids can watch it, and they might like it. I haven't, but I didn't even after watching it, I didn't even bring it up to them. I think they'd be bored to tears. Like it's just if there's not a cool monster on screen or a cool visual, it's not. It's just it's not even worth looking at. Like it's honestly, Hurley stole the show. Hurley from Lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't know about stole the show, but he was like the only jokes that landed were his.
Hurley's like Hagrid's nephew. Just throwing that out there.
Yep. Now that I know who Hagrid is, I agree with that completely. Naked Night? What was Naked Night?
I used to Naked Night growing up. Anyone else used to think it was Naked Night? Nick at Night.
Oh, Nick
at Night. Yeah. No, but that's we used to watch USA Network Up All Night. That was a different.
With Rhonda. Wish that was Naked Night.
That was a different thing. But yeah, that was one channel up. That was 24. 23 was Nickelodeon, and 24 was USA. Back in the day.
I will say, if you want to talk about it, I have seen Halloween Ends. And
were you happy when it did? Thank God it's over.
No, I was excited for this movie. I really was. Like so some people did not like Halloween Kills. I enjoyed Halloween 2018. There are issues with both films, of course. And I really enjoyed Halloween Kills. I really liked it. Halloween Ends is the biggest piece of crap I have seen in a long time. It's like if they said the new Sex and the City movie is coming out and it's the final one. It's we know it's not going to be the final, but the final supposedly with Jamie Lee Curtis. And they're like, it's the final one. And then you spent an hour and a half talking about some new person named Tina Turnblatt, and then the last 20 minutes, Sarah Jessica Parker and her friends show up. You know what I mean? I don't know why I picked Sex and the City, but I'm just saying whatever the modern,
because it was a beloved franchise.
Yeah, that's what I'm and it focuses entirely on these new characters, and it's the finale. It doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid.
So it doesn't have anything to do with Michael Myers, and then he just shows up at the very end.
Yes,
basically.
I mean, it has to do with Michael Myers because they're in Haddonfield and stuff, but it's not. Laurie Strode and Michael Myers are kind of just hanging out while this whole other movie is happening, and then at the very end, the what you see in the trailer is or the fight that you're looking for, Laurie versus Michael, happens in the last 15 minutes. Wow. I won't spoil anything, but it sucks. I mean, it's bad.
Was the last one that we saw in 2018? Is that the one where they're in a hospital and they start chanting all together in the hospital?
That was Kills. That was in 2019. I really enjoyed that.
That one was good.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that one was good, but yeah, they're not going to put it into it, Bobby. But this will be the last one. And what I think they're doing, I don't know if this will be a spoiler or not. I think they're setting up, because Blumhouse has already said that Halloween is not going to end. It's just going to be the end of this trilogy and the end of Laurie and Michael. I wonder if they're setting up Laurie's granddaughter to be the next Michael Myers and do a pull a Hellraiser and have it be a woman killer. I don't know. But it just otherwise, why would they do that? It's just so stupid. It's literally it's like they had the script for another movie and they were like, hey, let's tack Halloween on that at the very end, and okay, and here's the movie. Yeah, and Jamie Lee was great in it too. And that's the thing. I think she's just done. She's out, and this could have been two really good movies if they chopped pieces here and there. And it just
well, that's so unfortunate. Mad. We got a trash Halloween Ends movie.
Not Signs mad, but I was mad.
Yep, I don't blame you. At least the Hellraiser movie was good.
Yeah, because it had Hellraiser in it. It was so bad. The Netflix Leatherface movie, Texas Chainsaw movie, was better because at least the Netflix Texas Chainsaw has Leatherface in it. Like this, it's about. Oh,
yeah, you seem fired up.
I was excited, man. I really was. I couldn't wait for it. And
are there any other 2022 horror movies we should be looking at?
Yeah, it's free on Peacock. I want to see Smile. We've been talking about Smile. I want to see it. if I get the chance, I'm gonna go check it out. I don't know when I'll be able to, but unless there's, I don't know if there's any other kids movies coming out that I could send them to see. But I do want to see Smile.
That's you just go out for a carton of milk and then just come back 3 hours later. That's the
yeah. I mean, I could probably go like if I could actually stay awake. I used to go like when they would fall asleep, go to like a 9 o'clock show.
Yeah.
They go to bed at like 8 or 8:30, and I'd go to a 9 o'clock show, and but I just can't stay. I just pass out now in the middle of. I paid $20 to sleep in a theater. Like, I can't do it anymore.
Hugs
Thank
to
you, Mel.
Curtis.
I need them. I need them after that. Like it was just, I was so excited.
Yeah, it's free. At least it was free 99. At least
Yeah, I saw it on Peacock. I'm glad. I was gonna go see it in theaters first. I was like, I'm gonna go. I can't wait. I'm gonna go. And then life happened, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna check it out on Peacock. And I'm glad I did not pay to see that movie.
Let's see here. Okay, so we got the popular 2022 horror movies. X is one. Do you know about that?
I'm aware of it. It's an A24 movie.
Oh, there's something in Terrorizer 2 or something that's in the theaters.
Terrifier 2.
Terrifier
so that's
2.
the one that Kathy was saying last week is the scariest movie she's ever seen.
I saw
the first one.
I got a message today from a friend who may or may not be Natchet's wife.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Laura, who said oh yeah, she said, I just wanted to see if you've seen it. And it said even an ambulance was called. Horror movie Terrifier 2 is causing viewers to vomit and faint in theaters. Movie
That's
and
good
TV.
publicity.
And then it says even an ambulance was called. So that instantly made me want to go see this terrible movie.
Dude, I'm telling, like, so I don't even remember if I've seen all of Terrifier, because I think I was watching it, and like it's a gore fest. That's like, you need to watch Terrifier 1 before you, if that's the case with Terrifier 2. Because like it's all about shock value and
yeah, gore doesn't bother me as bad as
but realistic gore.
Yeah,
not fun gore.
The stuff that gets me, the stuff that I don't like, is the devil in that woman going like all that shit. That's the stuff that scares me. Like The Exorcist, that kind of crap creeps me out. Demon possession freaks me out. But
Hereditary, baby. But go ahead.
What'd you say? Hereditary?
Yeah. And that's on a lot of people's list for the scariest
movie
film they've ever seen. Yeah. But again, that like real people stuff scares me more than that stuff. So it didn't scare me that much, but it's still a scary fucking movie. But yeah, but I know, I'm not saying it scares you, but I'm saying I know you don't necessarily like it as much, and like that's the whole point of the movie. Like is to be a gore fest.
I wonder why Terrifier 2 didn't even come up.
When?
Up, I just pulled. There it is. I pulled it up on to. You'll have to look at the. Ooh, and there's clowns in it.
Yeah, the
that's
overarching theme, guys. It's not an anthology. It's basically a bunch of sketches or something, like, or stories where the people get brutally murdered.
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy.
We can do it. I'm down. I'm just saying, like, do your homework a little bit before we commit to it.
I'm watching this. I'm watching this is a reaction video. I'm watching the trailer. Oh boy. Yeah, this is creepy.
And that's what they could show, like, like.
Yeah, I think I just peed a little. Ew. Yeah, that's scary.
I haven't even seen the trailer. For
People are puking and freaking out in the theater. Okay, see it exclusively in theaters October 6th.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, movies.
Yeah, that's. Go ahead.
I was just
going to agree with Bobby as well.
Yeah, real life. I mean, that stuff's creepy too, but somebody dressed like a clown trying to kill me, that could be real life. If there was a clown guy with a knife. I think it's the sounds, that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, I think, or my son's like that. Like, he'll watch scary stuff. I mean, not Terrifier 2, but we'll like watch scary stuff, but like the sounds will be like, oh, and just freak him out.
Yeah, that's creepy. Well, sweet. Guys, be sure.
But next week.
Next week, so we got Frankenweenie versus Corpse Bride.
Right, we ain't got to worry about it next week. We
got it.
My kids might help me pick the clips. So
okay, perfect. Like the new Jeffrey Dahmer series, I haven't seen that yet. I need to watch that.
It either.
Yeah, watch that with your kids. They'll love it. Oh, no.
My wife will. She loves true crime. She used to make fun of me because I love horror. And I'd come home and she'd be watching the most awful, terrible true crime stuff, like, and then the murderer jerked off on the bodies and blah blah blah, and I'm like, what are you watching?
Why are you
Shut
watching
up,
that?
shut up! This is so good. Then I put on Jason, and she's like, oh, this is so gross. I can't watch this. And I'm like, this is made up. Like, what you watch is real.
Yeah, the Don't F with Cats series. You ever see that? That was a wild show, and I loved it though because I liked that people were like, "F this guy, let's get him," and they all came together to get that piece of crap. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, folks, that's it for this week. We'll see you next time, and here you go. Here's the outro video.
Tune in next week.
Bye-bye, boys. Have fun storming the castle.